Yo, 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 what it is, what it ain't. What it is, what it ain't, y'all. It's your boy HUGO SUNCHILD on this magnificent Wednesday. I'm here. I'm just a tad bit early. You know what I'm saying? We just letting some people get on their here, just getting things going. Today is an amazing day. As you can see, I have the pleasure of interviewing one of the best kept secrets of the music industry. His name is Dorian King D. Washington, guys. Just give us a quick second, let a couple more people get in, and then we are absolutely going to bring him up. He is one of the super managers of this thing, of this music entertainment, like, and it just entertainment in general. He get his hands on you, and you are something phenomenal. And he has been around in the game for a little while. So without further ado, let's bring him on up. And if anybody has any questions, chime on in and ask. There's no problem. No problem at all. So give him a quick second. He is coming right up. Bang.
What up?
How you feeling today, King D?
I'm great, man. How you?
Man, I can't complain. It's always great seeing you, big bro.
You too, man. You too, man.
And like I was just telling some of the people, you are one of the best kept secrets. As they can see right behind you, a couple of your favorite people is on his wall. He has worked with them all from A to Z. Let's just real quick, if we can see who we got back there. We got Wayne back there on the wall. We got the baby back there. Oh, yeah, see. So
444, Rihanna, Bad Meets Evil, Eminem.
Drake,
Uh,
just to name a few. You see that room, y'all? Lord, Ye right there, Jamie right there. Ooh, A to Z. So, guys, if y'all are paying attention, we are getting ready to get some gems dropped upon us. And I want to do this the same way we do every interview first. I want to take it all the way back to the beginning when you were a child. What inspired you to get into the music game?
Michael Jackson and New Edition.
Michael Jackson, New Edition, right out the gate.
I wanted to be Michael Jackson, and then New Edition came along. I was like, oh my God, these kids can do it. I can do it. So those, and again, I met Mike like in a brief second one time. Then I've been around all of New Edition a few times. So actually, I got a Legend Award. Me and Michael Bivin in New York one time, and I turned to a fan. Like instantly, I was a fan.
Man. So with you having such a rich history and you wanting to be a singer first, how did you go about?
No, I couldn't sing, but I just wanted to be like them. I can't sing a lick.
So it's not my forte. But so what made you take your approach to music the way you took it?
For me, what made me take my approach is it was my way out. Uh, Football originally was what I thought was gonna be my way out. Then as I realized I wasn't gonna get any bigger, I'm like, yo, this football, these dudes are 6'5". I'm 5'2", 5'4". I can't keep taking this punishment. So I went another route. Even though I was rapping at the same time, I just took the music side more seriously and started focusing more on rapping.
Okay. And where do we go from here? We focus on rapping. What do we do next?
So rapping, I started rapping, doing little talent shows here and there. And I ran across this dude. Back then, the phone numbers of the record companies was coming to phone in the back of the magazines. So I would just call him and call him and call him, and finally I landed a deal at this company called Power Records. Power Records had MC Breed. You might not know who none of these people is, but they had MC Breed. They had a lot of old school groups that was big. So I wound up doing a deal with them. They didn't know I was a kid until I got to the office.
Man.
So when I got to the office, they still wound up doing the deal with me, even though I was a kid. It was before you had to get all this, minors had to sign and all this old stuff. So I got to the office, did the deal. Didn't really pan out. So I realized that the people behind the scene make the money. So I turned my focus to start doing more executive work, management, booking agency, and things like that. So I started booking at a teenager, started booking some of the hottest artists in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't know how to rent cars. You know, mind you, when you're a booking agent, you gotta get travel, hotel for these kids, for these people, hotels, and I was figuring it out the hard way. It was hard. It was hard, but I still made it work.
What was some of that earlier grind in you that you saw at a young age? What was it that clicked to say, you know what, I'm gonna stick to it even though it's new to me?
Truthfully, the money. I seen what the executives made. I seen how much money the executives got. I seen how much money they brought in, and I was like, yo, I don't want to go back to the hood. So I got, again, same guy from Power Records, Leroy McMath. I got up under him, went to the office every day, and just learn how to do the music business, because this dude was selling millions of records independently. So I got up under his wing and just learned, and the rest is history.
So who were some of the artists, your first artists that you remember booking, or what was one of your first shows that you sat back and was like, man, that's my show, I did it?
A guy by the name of Freak Nasty. He had a song called Dip. You put your hands up on my hip. When you dip, I dip.
Right,
so,
I heard that. That's you. Okay.
I managed that dude. I was a kid, like teenager, managing him, and I managed, so that was the first, and I rode that wave until it was over.
So when you look upon an artist to say, hey, I would like to work with you, or an artist says, hey, I would like you to manage me, what do you necessarily look for?
Loyalty, personality. I got a girl that I'm finna sign right now that we've been on the phone the last 2 days, just getting to know each other. So anybody I deal with, we personally get to know each other. We got Diesel just joined. Diesel's on here. Diesel, he actually produced 11 songs on his Carter 3 album. I managed him. We still good friends, and I managed him at a time too. So, but Diesel did Lollipop for this album. And he did 11 songs on this Carter, Lil Wayne's best album, and he's on here right now. So you see him right there putting up the 100. So like that, like, so the question was that, like, I look for loyalty, longevity. Like me and Diesel, even though I don't manage him, we still been working together for 15 years. So everybody that I work with, most of them, we still friends. Now sometimes you gotta grow each other. Like, there's no bad blood. We just outgrow each other. But loyalty is the key. And can we still be friends and family after this is over with? And 99% of the people I work with, we still friends. Like they still my people.
Right. That's an amazing token right there, which speaks to you and what you do and bring to the table for people, and the way you are, your loyalty and your respect that you have for people. So that's a blessing. That's blessings off top to you. One thing though, I wanna go back a little bit, because some of my people, a lot of people aspire to be the artist, and like you said, you had the aspirations to be artists, but you saw to be a music exec. So what is the real job of a manager?
I couldn't tell you, because with me, I'm the driver. I put up the money. I'm the babysitter. I'm the problem solver. I'm the go get you some water. I book the hotels. I book the flights. Come over and help your mama move furniture. So
basically, you're the end.
I'm a full-time. It's basically, a manager is a full-time babysitter.
Okay.
So truthfully, that's what it is.
Okay.
Labels pay me to babysit their artists, or even the ones that sign to me, I babysit my own artists. Okay.
So can we talk about that a little bit? So, because you spoke about the labels paying you. So some people think that the manager and the label get together and then they jerk around the artist, or the manager gets the artist and just jerks them around. Could you talk about the fact that sometimes it's the managers who working with the label because they have their best interest at heart for the artist? Like, speak of those relationships.
It depends, man. Like to me, your manager should be somebody that been in your corner, like for a minute. Like getting on, then getting a manager is the worst thing in the world, because now you're getting with somebody that wasn't with you in the mud. Like to me, your manager should be somebody that came up with you in the mud and y'all understand each other. So, like, pretty much everybody I got, we came up together. From Ray J to everybody I got, we came up together. So we all had nothing together. So I don't understand people that get on then lead their homies that help them get there. Even though they homie might not know as much, y'all learn together and make mistakes together. So, but for me is that with me. So to answer your question is that if you came up in the mud with your homie and he your manager, 9 times 10 he's not gonna work with the label to screw you over. The person that's gonna work with the label to screw you over is somebody you just met that don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you. They just there for the check. And again, everybody that you see me with is I consider family. There's nobody around me that I'm just there because we can make a quick dollar. So I go at it a little different than most people. But again, if the label is recommending you somebody, it's probably because they got it. They already got something worked out. So you don't want to work with nobody that the label done recommended.
So just a question from a viewer. It says, is there a difference between your business manager and your personal manager? It's a super big difference. Business manager handles more the books, get you the corporate gigs and things like that. Make sure your paper is right, your taxes are done, things of that nature. Your personal manager handles making sure you get to places on time, you're on interviews on time, shows on time, making sure your sound check is set up properly, making sure your meet and greets is set up properly and things like that. Two different things. Okay. Hey guys, and if anyone else has a question, all you got to do is ask and we will get it answered right now with no problem. He doesn't have a problem doing that. So he basically just told you the difference between a business manager and a personal manager. So with you being a manager, I want to get into a couple of different things like that we see going on in today's music industry. So one thing that's going on right now is that QC and the Migos are going back and forth and they're suing them now. What do you think about that kind of situation? Because the problem is, it's not so much that
that's hard because I'm gonna give you the truth, but I like the homies. You know what I'm saying? I like but I can't speak on. I don't really know their situation, but what I can probably say is that what happens, artists ain't making no show money right now. So when shows and millions of dollars is being missed, you start trying to, hey, where is this coming from? Like, am I missing money over here? So what people don't realize in this world, it might not even be a dispute. It might just be an audit going on. So what happens is, white people do this all the time. But when we do it, we're beefing. We put us in a beefing category. So if white people audit white companies all the time and find extra money. So to speak to their fact, they might just be auditing QC to see where some extra change at. Mm-hmm. Truthfully, that might be what's going on. I don't know.
And there's nothing wrong with that, right? You as an artist should audit the record company that you're signed to.
You should audit your record company anywhere where you got your publishing company. Anywhere, I don't see, my artists do it times and find $100,000, $500. That's just something that might be going wrong in accounting. It's money that being missed because accountants are human. They make mistakes, or the accountant might be a thief and not Coach and P.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That don't necessarily mean Coach and P. They don't do accounting.
Right. Right.
So, I can't. So I don't really want to,
go too much.
Because I know they love each other. Because you know what I'm saying? They came up together. It's like Birdman and Lil Wayne. Everybody, they can argue and big all they want to, but you see they cool now.
Yeah.
Because again, Wayne probably just did an audit. Sometimes if your personal friend audits you, it's just like if you got your wife or a girlfriend and she come in and say, man, I think we need to check these accounts. He's like, man, I've been balancing these books for all these years. What you mean check the accounts? You're going to be in your feelings for a moment.
Right. Right.
But she might go through the books and find a few mistakes. And you're going to be like, oh, I just carried it too many times and subtracted the 4. It's business. But again, when white people do it, it's not a problem. But when black people do it, they always say it's something, we cheating each other. It's just an accounting problem.
Okay.
It happens a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. We audit our people all the time.
So guys, as you can see, it's okay for you to audit. It's just saying, hey, I want to see if there's some extra money out here, and it does not mean you are beefing with someone.
No.
Okay, so my next question for you is, for the managers who are out there and they're looking to be better managers, is there maybe like a 3-step process that you could give them to help them be better managers?
First of all, you can't want to be the artist.
Rule number 1, don't want to be the artist.
If your managers is drinking, smoking, doing drugs, chasing the same women you chasing, that ain't somebody you want to be your manager. Y'all, he trying to be a rapper. He trying to be famous. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I don't drink, don't do drugs, don't chase women, don't do none of this stuff. I'm not saying I'm the perfect person. Honesty, like, yeah, Diesel said to you, want somebody that's going to be honest with you. You want somebody that's going to be there when it's good and it's bad. Because in this business, it's going to be up times and there's going to be down times. Like, I don't matter how successful you are, there's going to always be a moment that it ain't working. And I'm going to tell you another thing that people don't realize. They don't $10 million. You know, you like, man, these people made $10 million. How they broke? $50 million. How they broke? It's easy. It's very easy because once you start making that kind of money, you go on a 45% tax bracket. So that at that point, everything you're making is going to the government. Half of what you make is going to the government. Then on top of the manager, 20%. On top of the lawyers, 3%, 5%. On top of you taking care of your mama. On top, so it get bad quick. It gets bad quick, and that's what's going on right now because artists make money off touring. They can't tour.
Right.
Imagine people not saving and on a lot of artists right now is missing $10-15 million a month. Some even more than that. That's just on a small scale. And we've been stuck for the last 5-6 months.
That's a ticket. That is a ticket on a lot of people too.
And they bills, so they accumulate bills that's $5 million a month. Mortgages $100,000, $200,000. Man, some of these dudes got mortgages $200,000 a month.
That's sad. That's like not sad. It's sad because we can't go out and they can't make their money back. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know. When you see the spawns, when you see let's say you got somebody like the baby. Not saying he does this or anything like that, but let's say the record label that he signed to or whatever. When you see shows and music videos and stuff like that, that go to the label. Not saying that's for him.
No, not with the baby.
Right.
I'm a part of that.
Right.
With
okay.
him,
so maybe you could break it down for us better then. Go ahead.
With him, he's smart. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's one of the smartest ones that I've ever been around. I've been a part of that since the beginning. So he don't live beyond his means. Very responsible. So it's a different with him. So but I try to teach everybody that work with me to invest in other things. If you look at somebody like Ray J, we don't have a hit record, but we got these.
Man, you got headphones, you got earbuds, you got scooters.
We got scooty bikes. So if you look at everybody around me, we got other things. Even Q9 that's on here now. Q9 doing movies during this time. He got 2 movies finna come out.
Man.
So he got a movie premiere next week. So we diversify. We're not dependent on one thing to survive. So again, it's your manager or your team. I don't really consider myself a manager. Even though I manage people, I don't really consider, because I do a lot. I make more money doing other stuff in the music business than managing. So, but you got to have a team that create other things for you to survive. Again, we come up with different revenue streams. If you see, the baby just did a concert in Illinois, right outside of Chicago, and it was pay-per-view, basically.
Right.
You had to pay $5, I think it's like $4.99 to watch it live. Imagine a million people paying $4.99.
Still figuring out a way to eat.
Still figure out and again, you got to have people around you that figure out how to eat. I managed Jason Weaver for a minute. That's out of Chicago. I can go list. I work. I not manage, but work with Thomas Jones, who played running back for the Bears. I work with a lot of people, and he's an actor now. He's in P Valley, a lot of other stuff. So like Troy Hudson played. He's from Illinois. He played for the ball for the Timberwolves. So we all I help my people figure out other ways to survive. We don't depend on one thing.
That's great. That's great. So now speak on for you as the manager, keeping the artists busy or keeping them consistent. Because sometimes you could get an artist and sometimes his team may drop the ball, or if he don't drop the ball himself, because you can't be a lazy artist. You still have to have a grind and have to want to work. So how does the manager further help keep the artist busy?
So everybody I sign, I am their team.
Okay.
So again, I run my stuff a little different. Everybody I sign, I am the team, and I appoint the team members, and all of the team members report to me. So ain't nobody dropping no ball over here. So like you drop the ball on me, you fired the next man up.
I like that.
Friends, cousins. Again, I use the same football mentality. Like it's the next man up. You drop the ball, you out of here. So everybody. So again, it's not just me. I got to give a shout out to my wife. You know, again, when you see me come up there with the kids, who's with me?
Your wife is a team.
So
y'all got flyers, everything already autographed,
and we do this ourselves, and we successful. We don't have to do that.
Right.
But I got that. I got Q Mama. You know what I'm saying? I got Gabby and Maddie Mama. I got my guy AT. I got my guy Boston. I got about 30 people that's a part of my team. You know what I'm saying? So it all don't ride on me, and we all know what position we all play. You know what I'm saying? Again, I am the CEO of the boss that's not afraid to drive, not afraid to pass out my own flyers. So if the ball dropped, it's because I dropped it. But too many people depend on me for me to drop the ball.
There you go. There you go. So with being a manager extraordinaire, can we hear a crazy story from you with an artist where you was just like, why I got to experience this today? Because as a manager, you often walk into some of the strangest situations in the world.
Man, it's so many, man. Man, it's so many. Oh, man, a story. Man, I can't think of that. It's so many, I can't think of it. Now I'm drawing a brain freeze about these stories. Like, I done had stories to where people felt like they didn't need me. And they going about their business because I don't hold people. All right, see you later. And then you see them disappear after saying they not need me. You see them disappear, and then they ask to come back, and I'm like, no, I'm cool, because I got a rule. Once you poop on me one time, because I know y'all got a lot of kids that be on here, so I'm trying to not cuss.
I appreciate it.
So I'm like, once you poop on me one time, you don't get the second opportunity. Christmas 2 years ago, what happened, AT? I forgot I don't know what happened, but like, you don't get but one time to AT, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get but one time to cross me. So, and again, people tell me all the time that oh man, like we'll work together, they get what they need, then they're like, oh, we don't need you no more. I'm like, all right, see you.
You gonna work that.
I got all of this. Like, what you seeing is just one room. When I spin the camera around, it's a whole nother 100 on that wall, on that side.
No, I seen it because I pay attention to your Instagram. So I think it was yesterday or the day before that Brandy sent you the album.
Yeah. I'm working on the Brandy album right now.
And
that's family, so that's family.
Right. So
our birthdays are a day apart.
You family with Brandy and Ray J. You the Godfather. You get
of Ray kids.
love. You
And I'm the godfather of are you familiar with Static Major, the dude that's singing Lollipop?
yes,
So
very familiar.
his daughter, I'm his daughter's godfather. She on here too. So, but she also just signed another artist. She's signing an artist to my company. She's one of the A&Rs from my company too.
Man, you have nothing but greatness on that wall. Some of your favorite, some of our, especially one of my favorite artists, Drake. You definitely got a chance to work with him. So one thing that I know is important that some people don't believe is important is relationships in the music business. Can we speak on how important this is?
Again, I met you what 4 years ago.
Yes.
When I met you, did I treat you anyway because of who I was?
No, you didn't.
That's because I no, it's great to have relationships. You wouldn't be doing this if I was a jerk to you when we met. Y'all, because y'all magazine, y'all do anytime I ever call y'all and ask y'all to do anything, y'all put it together for me. Because I'm respectable. But most people are not respectable. Most people think because they got some money, they can treat people a certain type of way. And I've never been that person. And I'm going to be honest with you, I owe a lot of that to Static Major. Because he was successful and he was very humble. And he actually taught me how to be humble. Because I was a little arrogant. And again, I'm another person that my wife, when I'm like, I'm rich. Who y'all think I am? I ain't. My wife be like, who you think you is? And so she'll bring me back down to earth. But again, creating relationships with magazines like yourself to where I can come to Chicago and do all the tours and do everything. Y'all ain't never told me no on nothing. Ain't never asked me for no money, nothing. We done spent weeks together.
Yes.
All like 8-hour days going
Wake
from school
up
to
in the
school.
morning, go to sleep.
Yeah, like and again, man, and so establishing relationships. So like I got a family in Chicago with y'all. I got a family in Detroit. I got every city, and I've been doing this for 30 years. So I established these relationships. So now when I need to break my artists, everybody is with it because I've been nothing but respectable to everybody. Anybody that say I've never been respectable to them is something wrong with them, or they just mad I didn't sign them or something, or they just hate me. Everybody that ever hated on me, as soon as I seen them face to face, didn't say none of the stuff that they told somebody else.
Right.
Because you can never say anything bad about me because I give people the shirt off my back and I give people more than enough opportunity to be a part of whatever I got going on. If you deserve a spot of what I got on my team. Because it's a long list to be on the team. So you got to deserve it. But relationships are the key, man. Like building solid relationship and not blowing up the bridges thinking you ain't got to never cross again. A lot of times y'all blow up bridges and like, oh, we ain't got to cross that again. And you're going to have to cross it again. I never blow. I don't care how bad it is. I ain't blowing up no bridges. And I'm here. I don't have to do nothing no more. But I don't blow up no bridges.
What's one thing that keeps you motivated to continue to be a manager and continue to put people on? Because as you said, you have been in this game for 30 years. There's not nothing you haven't seen or haven't done. What's one thing that keeps you motivated to continue to be a manager?
I want to leave generational wealth to my grandkids. I don't want to be like, oh, my life was dope. Then I die and my grandkids ain't got nothing to show from all this work I done put in. All this stuff I done did for people. But then my grandkids got to go out here and go work at McDonald's, which nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. But I want to give my grandkids a head start. So that's what motivates me. You know what I'm saying? I'm never satisfied. Like if I get 10,000, I want 100,000. If I get 100,000, I want 10 million. I get 10 million, I want 100 million. So I always set goals. I wake up every morning as if I don't have anything. Because and I've seen a lot of my friends get comfortable. Once they get comfortable, they fall off. And it's easy in this black community in the music. It's easy to say, "Oh, you too old. Oh man, you fell off." That don't happen in you could be crippled and blind and on a cane and be on a white rock and roll star and go on stage. But in black music, you too old.
Yeah, Mick Jagger's still out there doing his thing.
Man, all them. I mean, look at the dude that bite the snakes, the rats and stuff. Like, yeah, like that dude could barely move. I met that dude one time in Vegas. He could barely move.
But still,
But again, honestly, in the rap world, 26 is too old. So I want to leave my kids generational wealth. I want them to have a head start. So all the stuff that we had to go through, that I had to go through, I don't want them to go through.
what's the biggest mistake that you see other managers make?
To be honest with you, I don't watch nobody else.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, man, if it's not my business or me getting nothing off of it, I don't really be caring. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really cared about other people's business. Some of the mistakes that I seen my peers make is alcohol, drugs, women. Those are the three main problems that can tear you down in this business, because once you become a higher up, everywhere you turn, that's all there: drugs, alcohol, and women. And again, every time you ever seen me, you seen me with my wife.
Yep. Clean.
When you have seen me, have you ever seen me be late to anything?
Never. You always early. You always early.
Yeah. Have you ever seen me with beer, liquor, weed, any of that stuff?
Not at all.
Never. I don't do any of that. So like, and that's what separates me from everybody else, because like, even when we go to these big events on Grammys and all this stuff, and they be like, "Oh, it's a special occasion. Take a drink." I don't care what occasion it is. I don't want that. It's peer pressure. People can pressure you into drinking and being a drug addict easy in this business because it's so accessible. So those are some of the mistakes that I've seen a lot of my peers make. But again, like, I don't never really care about nobody else's mistakes, because that don't bother me. That don't concern me.
Because you win. So
yeah, I'm winning. So like, the only way I care is directly affecting my pocket.
Right.
Now, if anybody that works with me and they drunk on the job or drinking on the job or getting high on the job, that's when I address it. Like, look at, bro, you don't, like, if you drink when we done doing what we doing. But right now we working. So our job is to make sure everybody with us get home safe at the end of the night.
So before we leave and finish,
I'm having fun, bro. I don't know why we leaving, bro. We having fun.
Okay, as long as you comfortable, that's all I'm saying.
Man, I ain't got nowhere to go, bro. I'm doing this. I'm having fun.
All right. So if there's an artist out there who's thinking of switching managers, because you say don't do that, what if they really need help? The first manager that they had, it just wasn't it. What do they look for now as they transition managers? Do they go to like a management company, or do they still do like one-offs? How should they approach it?
You gotta look for a hustler. You gotta look for the ultimate hustler that's not afraid to have doors slammed in their face, not afraid to go ask people for help, not afraid, just a hustler. It ain't about having no money. It's somebody that's gonna call everybody, that's gonna email everybody, like, just gonna hound. Like, they don't have to have no connection, because I didn't have none. I built them up. But you gotta get somebody that's just gonna hustle for you. Like, their main goal is to make sure that you opening the shows, you on the TV show, your song is on the soundtrack or in the thing. Like, you gotta get somebody that just got a mouthpiece for you. That's the first thing you need to find in a manager. Somebody just gonna talk you up. You need a mouthpiece to talk you up when you ain't there. Like you need basically like a hype man.
Right.
Your manager is your hype man.
But how does the manager get the exposure to the label? Is it just all just word of mouth and working it like that, or is it, hey, I'm actually taking you to the label? Like, explain that process. Explain.
I mean, a manager, like, I wouldn't get with a manager that's taking you to the label. That means if you don't have no buzz. If you from Chicago, you should know who Hot Rod is. You should know who Ferris is. You should have the respect of all of those type of people first. You should be the hottest thing in your city before you try to go to a label. I'm just naming Chicago. But like, everybody in Chicago should know who you is before you try to go to a label. Because if you go to a label, then when you get to the label and they call back DJ Ferris, he don't know who you is. Hot Rod don't know who you is. You don't know who he is. Like, you like, because before a label sign anybody, they call tastemakers. And so what I would consider you as a tastemaker. They'll call you and ask, hey, now you know Mike Willie, he from the West Side. You're like, man, I ain't never heard of that dude.
Right.
They ain't gonna sign him. So the first thing is establish a relationship with Hot Rod, who I seen on here earlier. Establish a relationship with Ferris, Shondell, I'm drawing a brain freeze, but Will Gates. All of these people that people move around and people know in Chicago. They need to know these people, and that's in every city. If you're in Atlanta, you need to go Greg Street, Scream, all of these people. If you're in Texas, if you're in Houston, you need to know Kiati. You need to go know the Go DJs. All of these people, like, so, like, you ain't hot. Like, you got to know these people. These people need to know who you are. So you got to establish a presence first. You and your team.
So once upon a time, I was listening to a Russ interview, and I heard him tell people, before you get a manager, you should get a booking agent. What is the difference between a booking agent and a manager?
I mean, Russ is speaking from a different standpoint, too. You know what I'm saying? Russ is a white dude, right?
I'm not sure what he is.
I think he's a white dude. But
he makes some good...
like, Russ is basically a pop artist.
Okay.
So he really can't speak for
a hip-hop
ghetto rap. Yeah, for us. Like, we got to go through different shit, man. Like, we got to go, like, a booking agency, if you ain't hot, ain't nobody going to book you. If you're not hot, nobody's booking you.
If you don't have a...
So, like, I don't know what color he is, but I know he's a pop star. Like, he's a huge pop star. I'm a fan, but, like, I know, like, it just don't, like, it's a different struggle for him than a G Herbo.
Right.
G Herbo makes street music. Russ make popular
music.
So G Herbo would have to go through a different struggle than Russ would. So it's just a different struggle.
Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. So out of all the plaques on your wall, what's your favorite song that you've been a part of?
That's something on the flow too there. But my favorite project that I feel the most popular for is The Baby.
The Baby.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that we started from the beginning. And look, he's one of the biggest artists in the world now. So, like, to be a part of that, and again, the reason why The Baby is still successful is because the same people that he started with is the same people he's finishing with. There's no different people on our team. It's still the same people. One that I got the most emotionally attachment to is Lollipop, Lil Wayne, because Static didn't get a chance to see that video. But that's the one I got the most emotional attachment to. But The Baby is the one that, like, I damn near cried getting that, because it took us some years to get there, and I think 2 or 3 years in, people were like, man, why y'all still working? This shit ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna do that. Again, man, dude's a creative genius. So I can't take credit for nobody can take credit. That dude's a genius. That dude's a really good genius, and he's still the same person with success and without success. He's still the same person. And that's the reason why he's winning too. Like, I know y'all see the fights and all this old shit all the time, but he's a really good person. And, like, he treat me and my wife with nothing but respect. And again, I don't see him but maybe 2-3 times a year.
Right.
But nothing but respect every single time. And so, like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I got some people that I done helped from the mud. Man, as soon as they got on, bro, I seen them, they was Scooby-Doo.
So my question for you is, when you are looking at talent yourself, do you hear them and be like, ooh, I would love to work with that because I know what I could do with it? Or is it, ooh, let's see where you want to go? Like, take me through your process.
My process is, ooh, you dope, but talent ain't the main thing for me. Talent is at the bottom of my list. Because I honestly feel like God gave me the ability to take anybody and make them a star.
So talent is last on the list of you. So what do they have?
Talent. I mean, and again, bro, like I only like you seen. Man, I done brought some kids around you that I made stars. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. I just want for my viewers and my
And they never, and some of them never been in the studio before me. So again, I can create superstars. I got writers and producers. That shit is easy. Especially now because you cheat codes. You can use auto tunes and all kind of shit now. Like when I came up, you couldn't use I'm sorry, cussing, but you couldn't use none of that stuff. But for me, what I look at is how you treat people. How long I think you're gonna be around. Loyalty.
again.
Are you willing to do everything that I asked of you? Because I wouldn't ask you to do nothing that I wouldn't do. Because if I embarrass you, I embarrass myself. Look how you look. Do you got swag? Because it's certain people that God gave the ability just to walk in a room and be amazing and just stand there. Michael Jackson had that. You know how Michael Jackson, you just come on stage and people pass out? It ain't too many people got that. Ain't too many people got that. Mike didn't have to sing a word. Mike just come on the goddamn stage, the wind blowing. So that's what I look for.
I need that. That's what I'm trying to be.
So, and over the years, I started picking artists that I felt had that and that does that. So, even myself, when I'm in executive mode, like kind of like on the picture, when I walk in a room looking like that, people like, who is that dude? What do he do? That was actually a picture that you used. It's from a Grammy event.
Man.
So, like, when I'm in artist mode, when I'm in my executive mode, I mean, you want people to walk in the room and be like, who is that dude? And that's what you need. Like, because at the end of the day, the music, everybody making music. Music is so affordable to do now. You got to have something else to go with it. If you look at the little girl, Billie Eilish, I think. You know what I'm saying? The blue hair, she's different. You look at, even when Wiz Khalifa first came out.
He had the pat.
In order to separate himself from everybody else, he put the little blonde streak in his head. So it's different. Like if all y'all look the same, everybody got their drawers hanging out, it ain't gonna work. At some point, somebody got to be different. And those are the ones that's winning. Tyler the Creator, winning. Chance the Rapper, winning. All of these people are different. Young Thug, different. So I look for different. Then talent is last, because I know what I can do when I get in the studio with you. I know the team of people that I can put together to build you. And I do it all the time.
That's amazing. I
mean, I put you in the studio and I know what me and my team can do. A lot of the photos that you see from me and my artists, I'm the one who shot the pictures. I'm the photographer too.
You know, it's just funny to me because in order to really be in the entertainment business, you can't do one thing. You can't just say I'm just a manager. You really have to be the photographer, the makeup artist, the everything.
I mean, I started doing pictures because for all of my artists, we'd show up at the photo shoot, and I used to tell the photographer what to shoot. And he was a friend of mine, big time photographer. He told me, look it, bro, if you're gonna tell me what to do, you should shoot it yourself. I said, you right. And the next day I went and bought $30,000 of equipment and started doing my own photos. Because it's having an eye. I know exactly what I want my artist to look like. I know exactly what's going to sell. And if you study music the way I study music, I know where the kick should come in at, where the snare should come in at, where the hi-hat come in at. If I'm looking at YouTube, I know exactly when the people are not paying attention to it anymore. I know, okay, if this artist moved their face and turned their head, people stop looking. So I know when I'm shooting this video, I need to have their face in the camera the whole time. And this is stuff that most people don't study. That's why they're not successful. Back in the day, the reason why L.A. Reid them had so much success, they look at people's face structure and knew from their face structure, this was the person we was picking to be a superstar. It's really a mad scientist to this being successful stuff. It's formulas, but most people try to use don't want to go. They go against the formula. It's a formula, and I have my own formula to success, and it works for me.
Man. I'm sad because we finna run out of time. That's the only reason why we gotta get off soon, because we actually,
Man, we started over. All I care. We started over.
it's gonna kick us off. It's gonna kick us.
I'm talking about we can end it and start it over if you want to. But go ahead.
I love it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get you for a part 2. That's all I mean. We're gonna book.
All right.
So, but for real, you have traveled the globe, seen it both ways, probably 336 times already. So, with that being said, where is your favorite place to go?
The Caribbean. The Caribbean is my. I'm trying to get there now, but they're not letting us travel. Obviously, I was trying to. Me and my wife were gonna buy a house in a place called Curacao, right by the Aruba. We were gonna go stay there. Oprah got a house there. Kardashians got a house there. We were gonna go stay there for like 4 months until this pandemic over, because they don't got that many cases. But going to London and Paris in September of last year was my first time, and I really fell in love with those places. Really fell in love with London and Paris. Like very, very cool atmospheres, very chill, very different. Because I hadn't been everywhere in the United States, everywhere in the Caribbean, so that was my first time going, seeing, and listening to perfect English, I guess. Because I'm from the country, so I talk a little different. But listening to people speak and pronounce words correctly.
Mm.
So, but seeing, honestly, I'm glad I kind of got the chance to see the world, because I don't know if we'll ever get a chance
To go back
see
to
those.
that.
I don't know if we ever know, because right now the United States can't go nowhere.
It sucks, man. It sucks. So out of all the places you've been, the favorite place to go is the Caribbean. Where is the best food?
United States.
You say United States.
Yeah, I almost died in London and in Paris. Man, the food sucks.
I'm sorry about that, but that's because they got good everything else. They got good fashion and good.
Man, they don't got no good fashion, but they got the same stuff we got.
I thought they was a week ahead. They fashion.
No, that used to be back in the day before the internet. You know what I'm saying? Now that we have the internet, like 20 years ago when no internet, now everybody got the same thing.
Okay.
No, they got H&M and fashion. They got the same stuff we got. Okay. But the food ain't got no seasoning. The water is not fresh water like ours. So they got, like, from my understanding, their water, it comes from the ocean. Mm-hmm. So they put it through this machine and take all the salt out of it. And it was terrible. The worst, the water was terrible. So I don't like, we was there for about 8-9 days. I almost died. Like, I lost weight.
Buying bottled water every day.
No, but the water's like, it might say the sunny water or whatever, but it still come from the ocean where they just done bottle it up. My wife ate Five Guys every day.
Oh man,
she ate Five Guys every day in Europe. I'm like, why would you eat? Like, we got Five Guys at home.
Because this a piece of home. This gonna taste like home.
So I call myself going to McDonald's. It was nasty. I call myself going to KFC. It was nasty. It was the food sucks over there. Now, even in the Caribbean, I call myself trying to eat the Jamaican patties and all this other stuff and coconut water. All this stuff sucks.
So my last final question for you, if you don't mind, could you drop some gems that you've never dropped before? So something to inspire all my young people.
Put God first. That's the first thing. Put God first. I mean, I ain't gonna say that. Like, I believe in God, but this is for you people that don't believe in God. You don't believe in God. There is a higher power. So whatever higher power you believe in, put that first. Focus. Like, again, I told you I've been in this 30 years. Only 15 of them been successful. Most people don't ride something for 15 years and it's not successful. I did. I wrote it for 15 years until it became successful.
So one question from a viewer is, how can a person get a deal with you?
I I'm be honest with you. I don't really listen to nothing. It takes a lot of persistence. It takes a lot of persistence and patience to get me to pay attention. Because you can be dope, but I'll overlook you and be like, nah. Like, you know, I don't overlook people before. I overlooked Bryson Tiller. I overlooked, my sons told me about Jack Harlow. My sons told me about The Weeknd. I missed all of them.
You
like so like
was to Bryson Tiller and The Weeknd?
The Weeknd, Jack Harlow, all my and I missed all of them. It was, you know what I'm saying? I done missed quite a few groups because I'm very stubborn in my ways. So I'm be honest with you, most people trap me with my wife. So probably the best way is get it to my wife, and she'll just all of a sudden we'll be riding in the car and she'll throw on some music. I'm like, what is this crap? Like, we listen to the radio. Like, why is you playing this crap? And she'll be like, just listen. And I'm like, all right. Day Day, yeah, I miss Day Day. I done missed a lot of people, man. I done missed a lot of people because I don't know, man. I'm very. Sometimes I be feeling like I don't even want to do this. Why I'm finna keep signing artists? So, again, my motivation to keep me going these last couple of months. I know we got to go, but the last couple of projects that I signed is Q9. His skills is amazing right now.
Dope.
This little kid I just signed, little band who, you know, we just signed a huge deal. Like, those two done gave me a spark of energy and motivated me to keep going. Like, right when I'm like, why do I keep doing this? But those two have gave me a burst of energy, man, to really turn me up some more.
Man. Well, King D, I appreciate you for joining my live today. This is the part where I give the thanks to the manager or the artist who comes in because they usually don't get this thanks. So I want to thank you for bringing us every artist that you have brought us. I want to thank you for not being selfish. I want to thank you for opening yourself up to artists so that way you could be a bigger person and we could all enjoy these artists and love their music. So I want to thank you for everything that you do for every single person who has been on your wall. Thank you for the last 30 years that you have dedicated to the music game to still come out and be the GOAT. You are the best kept secret of the industry. Thank you so much for shining a little bit of sunshine upon me and my Shut Up and Listen today and my viewers. I appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you, man, for taking the time to even out of your day to do this, bro. And I had fun, so whenever you want to do it again, let's do it. Because, I'm stuck. As soon as I get out with you, I'm going live on my own thing and play some records. So if y'all are artists, I'm going to put my email up after this, and I'm going to go live on my own Instagram, and I'm going to play some records. So if you're an artist, send me some records. I'm going to play them.
Hey, so y'all heard it here first. He's giving you an opportunity where he's going to sit down and listen. So what should you do? Go right on over and drop those tunes so he can reach out to you. Appreciate you, boss. I'm going to hit you up after this. Link up for the next one, okay? All righty. As you all can see, that has been Shut Up and Listen. I just want to thank you to everyone who came out and viewed today. Hopefully some of everybody got some gems. You learn how to go choose you a manager. If you are a manager and you're trying to be a better manager for an artist, guess what? You don't want to be the artist yourself. You want to make sure they loyal. You want to make sure you're keeping all your relationships intact so when you're moving for your artists, they can always be seen. Put God first. You heard him. This was Shut Up and Listen. I'm your boy HUGO, SUNCHILD, and I'm going to stay easy and breezy as always. You feel me? I want to say huge rest in peace to our boy FBG Duck. You know, huge rest in peace. I want Chicago to put them guns down. Please put the guns down, y'all. Let's have peace. Gone too soon. That was an incredible talent. So RIP once again to FBG Duck. Thank y'all. It's your boy HUGO, SUNCHILD, and I'm out.